And here's all the fire equipment and ambulances I'm aware we had. This is the one I got off of Willard. He said, I don't know if it's the same one, but I got this picture from John Wass. And it's 1941, but you can see it's the same truck. They just had made some changes. They like put the headlights on the fenders so they can get their hard suction wrapped around the truck. But it's a 1928 Dodge Boyer.
Okay.
And then they bought the mine was 1942, which I would probably think was really hard to find because that's during the war. How would you get a truck chassis?
Right.
And then the Township bought the one in 1953. Next two trucks I don't know anything about. There's a 1973 Ford Suffins. And there's a ladder truck. I'm not sure the year on it, but it was here when I started in 99. But it was given from the city of Lebanon to us. City of Lebanon Fire Department helped us out quite a bit. And then the next truck was 1985. Then went to, it's still up here, but we just sold it not long ago, 1994. We just sold that to Franklin Township for $500, which was a good deal for them because they was in desperate need of a fire truck. In the 2003, and I don't have the newest truck up here yet. So I got to move them, but I'm running out of wall. So I'm thinking about shrinking them all down to 5x7s. Then I got to go buy a bunch of new picture frames. So you can get them cheaply. But I ran in that one, I ran in that one, I ran in that one. Of course. But I tried to get every picture I could. This is another one that was taken at the town hall. That's obviously that one house, greenhouse is what I call it, somewhere near the town hall.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a Studebaker. No, it's not a Studebaker, is it? No, it's a Chevrolet.
Oh, that's Cadillac.
Oh, Cadillac. But I know this is the first one the township bought in 1969. I was told this one was older, but I don't know what year. Back then, the fire department was like, we give the Franklin Township our fire truck. People were giving us stuff because we just didn't have the money. Like all these cars were, actually I think all three of those were given to us by Tom Harris. They were old cruiser, and I think this one was a drug seizure.
Okay.
Might have been very, very close to us when it was seized. Well, that's the Studebaker back there. But I'd love to have more pictures. I've asked people if they have them because I like history. And this is part of us. But these are like the guys, these are the old T&I cards. Because at some point in time, I don't know what year, they decided that firemen need to have some type of certificate and training. So this is from a T&I card from 1978, and one from 1981. And if you want to be a fireman, you had to have your T&I card. And at that time, once you got your card, it was good forever. And 2001, 9/11, it was asked by the state, by the federal government, how many firemen do you have in Ohio? At that point, it was millions because the cards were good forever. So now it's every 3 years. We have to be recertified. We have to have our CEUs and our training done, which is a good thing. Then you know an accurate count.
Right.
But
is there a reason this one has burn marks on it?
I don't know if it's burn marks. I found this upstairs in a pile of stuff, so I'm not really sure what this is. I think it's just a charter where they could train here and get certified.
Okay.
I think they had to have that before they could hold these classes. It says 1981, so they must have had to have one before that. I found them upstairs in an old book when I was looking for fires and everything, or pictures and everything else. That's something I started. Well, Chief Arnold started it when I began here in 1999. It's Fireman of the Year, all that good stuff. It's stuff people's given us over time. I think this plaque comes from everybody in our community. Different people donated money and give it to us. 2007, which was really nice. I think this is that's a certificate that came with it. And that was the next year. The church gave us this. Boy Scouts gave us that. So I like keeping this stuff. I mean, it's history, and
right.
People want to know. It's like, here we go.
Here's your 75th anniversary plaque.
Yeah. Activities committee put that. That was, what was her name? Patty and Barry. Some interesting stuff. That's the best pictures I could find. At Brandenburg, I think his was the last one I acquired, probably before his daughter died. Or it might have been after his daughter died. But I'm sure somebody's got pictures of them, they just don't know who they are. Dudley Sears and Lester Hopkins would do. My understanding, they didn't have a family at all. So, that's the oldest one I know of. But it had to be after 1960.
Okay.
Because it doesn't say South Lebanon. Then there's after 65. And this was here when Chief Arnold came in 1998. He designed that one. I like it, so I left it alone. Only thing we had to do was change the Warren County. But there's got to be some that was older, but I had no access to them. But Al Clark had these colors on his jacket. He still had his stuff. There's no old badges. All of them were all disappeared. People took stuff. And these are most of them in Warren County. That's for the kids that come over and see us from the preschool. They draw us pictures, so I gotta hang them up. That's one of the old signs we found upstairs. Used to put them out when they needed help. But there's more underneath there. Some of them's got police officers underneath there that, for my cousins down in Florida, are cops. Said they couldn't pass the fire test, so they had to become cops.
That's funny.
But this is we just bought 2020. We received it in July. But it takes a little while to get everything organized, put back on the truck. And the other truck that we had, we didn't have enough room on there to carry everything we needed. So now I got enough room, I can start moving stuff over. But it takes a while.
So what were you saying about the Jaws of Life?
These rescue tools were purchased through a grant from Workman's Comp. It was a matching grant up to $40,000. They matched $4 to R1. So it was right around $56,000 for 2 sets of everything. The cutters, the spreaders, the rams, the accessories, the batteries. We got a duplicate set on the other truck. And they've made our job a lot easier. They're heavy. No lot less heavier than the old tools, but you don't have the hoses around, hydraulic hoses. You can get into better spots with them. A little bit cleaner. It's no noise. The other one, you had to have a big power pack running, gas engine to power the hydraulics. And you had to have lines run to that. You had to have somebody man that to keep switching the lines over. So if you was using the cutters, you switch over one side. You go with spreaders, you got to switch to the other side. But it was nice. I liked it. It was a good purchase. But we've had this since July. We just haven't got everything put up back on it yet. The guy just put some 5-inch hose on today. But it's a nice truck. It's all stainless steel with that, where most of the fire trucks are aluminum. I chose stainless steel to let its life go a little bit longer. Problem you have with aluminum is anywhere you have dissimilar metals, such as stainless steel, wherever they come in contact, it causes corrosion. It doesn't. Say aluminum don't rust, but it goes through the same process as rust. So it all comes out. So we've been mounting all of our fittings and everything in different locations and that good stuff. Kind of funny, these tools here, they're called stabilization struts. And what we had before was you had to use 4x4s. So whatever length you needed, you had to cut on the C. These are all adjustable, they got jacks. They'll lift a car up off the ground. 3 days after we got them and put them on the truck, we had to use them. So kind of really pointed out to the trustees, when I asked for stuff, it's not because it's a want, it's a need. So it took a lot less time. A lot less time, a lot more we can do with them. But it's kind of neat. We're the Boy Scouts, we gotta be prepared. We've got to think of anything and everything we can come up with. But that's the newest one. This is our newest squad. 19. A lot more expensive. First four-wheel drive squad that we've ever had. But ourselves, Hamilton Township, and Salem went together and bought them all at the same time. So we did get a discount. And they're all pretty much set up the same way except for some creature comforts. Which I don't go into creature comforts, I go into basic stuff. Next project's gonna have to be a building. I'm out of room. This building wasn't built to have full-time people here 24 hours a day. So I'm getting new concrete this year. They're gonna take it all the way to the sidewalk that way, take it all the way to the grass out that way in front of the bays, which that's what I've asked them to do, because the blacktop breaks up on us and stuff.